Hi, this is Terri. Welcome back to my channel. We have a very special guest with us today. We have Sophia.
Hi.
I've talked about Sophia, also calling her Sophie, a lot over the last 2.5 months as Sophie has been living with us. Sophie is my son Adam's girlfriend. They met at San Diego State University, and when they were essentially kicked out of the dorms, she came here, which I'm so glad you did.
Me too.
This has been, I'd like to say it's been a lot of fun, but it's actually been fun and challenging and awful and all of that. So how do you feel about going back home on Sunday?
I'm excited. I really miss my parents and my dogs, but I'm not excited to move. I get like 3 days before we start moving the houses.
Oh, that's right, because your parents just bought a new
I
house.
just bought a new house in Virginia. So I'll be switching and quarantining in an apartment and then the house.
I'm actually more concerned about you going through all of the airports.
Yeah, I have 2 layovers, so we'll
And
see.
What's the likelihood all of your luggage will make it to Virginia?
I don't know. I've had 2 nightmares about that in the past week, about getting there and not having any clothes, because it is my entire wardrobe in these 3 suitcases.
Is that all you've got?
That's
Because I
all
thought
I
I got like there was a duffel. Is that duffel
Oh
yours?
yeah, there's the duffel. So 3 suitcases and a duffel.
So basically, it's almost all of your stuff from the dorm. Some of it you moved into a friend's
Yeah.
in San Diego.
But that's all the clothes I own, because when my parents moved from Boston when I graduated, I took everything I needed to San Diego.
Are you taking a carry-on?
Yeah, my backpack
That's it.
and a purse.
Oh.
I'm not supposed to put anything in the above.
Oh, is that what the rules are?
It's not the rule, but like that's what people are saying.
Oh.
It's
Wow.
like touch as little stuff as possible. I'm not supposed to use the tray in front of me.
Well, and you've got from here to Dallas to
Dallas,
Charleston,
Charleston
to
to
Charlottesville. Oh. So, so you got you did you did your first semester at San Diego State, and then part of your second semester, you and Adam just finished your freshman year. How has it really been kind of sheltering in place with us over the last 2.5 months? Because you and Adam really didn't start dating
No, it was like a month.
a month before you moved in here. So that was really, I don't know, courageous,
Yeah.
foolhardy.
I mean, at that point, we were already really good friends.
Yeah.
So I knew who Adam was, and then I would not, get tired of him. But it's been interesting. I'm a theater major, so my acting classes in my boyfriend's bedroom have been kind of interesting.
Yeah, you and Adam have spent quite a bit of time locked in his bedroom. We've been trying to drag you out. Fortunately, the weather's getting better. Your classes are over, but that looked like just hell to me.
Yeah, I mean, and in college you get used to kind of doing all your work either in a tiny little desk or on your bed. So that's kind of where we did it, but we were really like taking each other's classes together because all the lectures were out loud and all that fun stuff. But none of our classes overlapped, really, so.
And you ended up doing pretty well, given
Yeah.
that you got yanked out and
Yeah,
had to go to
no.
online, and
Both
you're
of
in
our
a
GPAs improved.
Oh, did you find Adam? You found out what your last class was? Not yet.
No, but
Okay.
it'll improve.
And so you babysat for another family's 3-year-old 3 mornings a week. So do you think that helped because it got you out of the house and did something
Yes, and having to worry about someone else's life that wasn't mine was really helpful. Kind of rules for a 3-year-old and like that I've got covered. I know how to do that. Not sure if I'm 100% got the 19-year-old down yet, but the 3-year-old I've got down. So that was nice, kind of coaching someone else through that.
And having some kind of control over some aspect of your life, because the rest of it was completely...
Yeah, and we went on a lot of walks, so that was really nice getting out. And, he will run a block and then stop and then run a block and then look at some flowers. And so I get to see a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have seen on like a regular walk by myself or with other adults. So that's kind of fun.
Well, and then in the last 2 weeks, especially this last week since Adam hasn't been working, you guys have been able to get out just a little bit more go get your teas from the Naked Lady tea place.
Yeah, caffeine is fun. And we've been doing more grocery shopping, I guess, than we would have. We went to go get stuff for the airplane.
Oh, you did?
It was all sold out of everything. So I had to get, and you could only get one of each of what they did have. So they had a little thing of wipes, and then another little thing of wipes. And because they were two different things, I could buy one of each. So I got 2 of those. There were no gloves that were latex free.
So are you really going to wear gloves or just try to wash your hands as much as possible?
That's what my sister maybe recommended, because she's flying in 4 days after I get there. And her friend just flew.
Because everybody's saying don't wear gloves because then you have this false sense of security and
yeah,
then
but it'll
touch
keep
things.
you from not touching your face. Is the big thing.
Yeah.
And on the airplane too, I would have multiple pairs of gloves and then change them out at the airports. And then I'll have to take my mask off and stuff if I want to eat. And then I'll obviously be washing my hands a bunch. And then maybe even just sticking to my hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting challenge. So let's just take a step back and talk about your freshman year at San Diego State. Part of it was there, part of it wasn't. So how was your freshman year aside from getting derailed?
It was interesting. It was not what I expected.
How so?
I don't really know what I expected. I have 3 older sisters, so watching them go through their first year of college, there were definite milestones that I've watched each of them go through their freshman year that I wanted to maybe make sure that I went through, and so I kind of controlled it that way. But it was not the same as any of my sisters' experience because it's not going to be. But
because where did your sisters go?
KU, and so hers was the most like mine.
That's Kansas University?
Yeah,
okay.
University of Kansas. Big state school. Colorado College, really small. So different. She's an art major, and they only take 1 class every 5 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's an all-day class.
Wow.
But you only take it for 5
That's
weeks.
an intensive.
It is. And then Northwestern, Northeastern and now Northwestern.
So you're the baby. One of the things that we discovered during family dinners and everything else is the dynamics of our household are very different from yours. Your dad was in the Air Force. He's a vascular surgeon, and so he would do deployments from 6 to 12 or 6 to 9 months at a time. You moved around, and there were 4 girls, and you're the youngest of 4. So what are without hurting my feelings, what were some of the big differences or the things that you observed about living with us? Because we adopted you as one of our own, and versus being a part of your family, other than familiarity and that you love them more.
Well, I mean, the biggest was that because my mom has, put 4 girls now through high school, middle school, elementary school, college, and 2 out of college and into other law school and such, but it's kind of turned into more of a friendship as we get older, because at that point it's my mom remembers being 27 or 28, or I don't even know how old my sister is, but and she sees herself and she's I was not a kid anymore, and so she's kind of dropped the
parenting?
Not dropped the parenting, she still obviously parents us and cares a lot about us, and when we come to her with questions, she's there to help. But it's, there's more of a equally, I don't know, at that point she's not really leading us through life anymore, she's watching us grow and do things on our own.
Whereas Adam's my first.
Yeah, and that's normal. I'm sure my oldest sister was led through life a lot longer than I have. I feel it was 8th grade and they were we're done. You got it. You did it 4 times. You can do it. You've seen your sisters do it. So, but in your first, I think it's definitely a lot harder to let go. You'll be holding on to him for a long time.
Yeah. So Adam's in the room with us. You want to come over and wave?
Come say hi.
Come say hi. So how sad are you two going to be? I mean, you've been together almost 24/7, basically since February when you started dating. So what do we have to look forward to? Do I need to escort you two down on Sunday morning so that you're not sobbing on the way home by yourself, Adam? You're going to be okay?
It's just like, I mean, we wouldn't see each other for summer.
This is true.
And I mean, it's just going to be a slightly longer summer. Or maybe he'll come visit. Or maybe I'll come back and visit. Who knows?
Oh yeah, you haven't worn out your welcome. You're more than welcome to come back. As I told you, I'm going to miss you.
Yeah, no, I'm going to miss being here. I'm going to miss
Are
the
you
commotion. I know, I'm going to miss the commotion. Because when I go back home, it's just me and some old farts. So.
Well, you got the dogs.
Yeah, but...
Aren't the dogs kind of old farts too?
They're lazy. Yeah.
Well, one of them your mom ends up carrying on hikes, but the other one
no, he's only like 3 or 4, but he is lazy. He's my dog.
So what are you going to do over the summer?
I have no idea. I can't lifeguard and teach swim lessons as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll open up. Probably not. But then again, chlorine kills COVID, so I don't know. But...
Well, they're opening up the pool up at our club. I mean, really? I think it's by reservation and stuff next week. I don't think it's going to be a free-for-all type thing. But I think there's a whole reservation system that we're going to have to do. So
maybe they will be needing lifeguards. If not, I'll probably get a job somewhere babysitting or at a daycare or something.
Well, and I think as people are going back to work, families are going to need help because there aren't going to be the summer camps and not all the daycares are opening. So there's definitely, and you've done a lot of stuff with kids.
Yeah.
So you could do nanny stuff and then use that as an excuse to get to know your new hometown.
Yeah.
So although it sounds like with the size of the property that your parents are buying, there's going to be a lot of work.
A lot of time cutting down trees.
How many acres?
30.
Wow, I can't even imagine. We were talking about this the other day. I can't even imagine 30 acres.
Me neither.
But just think of all the space. I mean, you've been so cooped up and you're going to be able to just go for...
But it's all hasn't seen people in years. So
it'll be an adventure.
It'll be an adventure. And I'm looking forward for some Hunger Games-esque.
We may have to send Ray back because Ray would definitely enjoy that.
That would be a lot of fun.
So, so what are kind of some of your big takeaways? Like, what did you really learn, from the last 2.5 months with us and your first semester or your second semester?
I don't know.
You don't know? I mean, your flexibility, your resilience, your adaptability. I mean, you already had those because you were used to moving around.
I feel like this literally just feels like another one of my short homes. And when people ask me like where home is, I'm always like everywhere.
But where is home?
Wherever my parents are.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I think of homes that I've had, it's like definite San Diego will be one. I mean, Texas, Davis, and here in Boston, Virginia. And so, yeah, I mean, this was just another little...
Yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed with how adaptable you were. Because I think if the roles were reversed and Adam was living someplace else, I think it would have been...
He would have fallen apart.
It would have been a much tougher adjustment. Don't you think so, Adam?
I mean, so do you want to go in on this scenario because it's not pretty?
Well, he might just cut communication off with you guys completely and just forget that he has another family.
Well, that's what he would want to do. He wants to do that regularly. We'll have a separate conversation about that. How about that, Adam? It's good to have guests on every once in a while, and I haven't talked to you lately.
Yay. So excited.
Well, as I said, I'm really going to miss you, and I am afraid that we're never going to see you, that I'm never going to see you again.
That's true.
I'm hoping that I can still reach out to you when I'm putting together power anthems, and if I have questions about feminism and inclusivity and diversity, because you have done a lot of studying in that, and I love having you as just a really solid resource.
Thank you. I like having you as a resource.
Aww,
you are also very knowledgeable.
So with that, I'm going to try not to cry as I say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And Sophie, thank you. Thank you. As always, drop us a line. And as always, take some risk, let go of perfection, and above all else, have some fun.